Куда? Нравится быть злодей? Нет. Добрым?
Сонсы.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Okay. Who is the host of the program? I don't know, but how should I start? Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Shall I start?
Good evening, Mr.
Or you'll ask questions to me?
Yes, Mr. Nazif. I'm a host in today's meeting. We're waiting another students.
Okay.
Maybe let's wait 4 or 5 minutes. and maybe after it will start.
Okay, okay. So,
Yes, thank you very much.
okay, I am happy to see students and the teachers from Kazakhstan. And okay, if you have questions, you can ask me during this waiting time. We can.
Okay.
Okay, hello.
Hello, hello.
My name is Zardavlet, and can you answer to my question, please?
Before it, please ask question.
Okay. What is your question?
In your opinion, what is the key to success for international English exams?
Okay.
Okay, I think I should start introducing myself and then answering your question, because it would be like jumping into the middle of the presentation. Okay, I'll try to answer your questions as much as possible.
Maybe,
Probably I
yes.
cannot answer
Short
all.
answer, maybe.
Okay, just be patient, please, okay? And you must be ready for my questions as well.
Okay.
Okay. And
I have another one question.
okay, just send your questions. Yes, you can ask. During the presentation, will you allow them to ask questions or after the presentation?
Maybe it will be better if
Okay.
all of them ask question after the presentation.
Yes, I guess we have 1
Okay.
hour, right? Because I have prepared my presentation for 1 hour, and I mean, I'll try to finish it as early as possible so that we can save some time for the questions part.
Okay. Dear students, please turn off your microphones.
You can, and I think you should allow me to share my screen, right? Because
Okay.
I'm going to show. And do all these students know English?
Yes.
Oh, super.
Yes, we understand you.
Great.
English, Russian, Kazakh, no problem.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Nazif,
Nazif, yes.
let's start our meeting. How are you, Mr. Nazif?
I feel excited, I told you, because it is quite interesting for me to address to people from Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Kazakhstan has played an important role in my life, I guess. That's why we still communicate with each other, with some teachers. Because 3 summers ago, there was a group of teachers here. So they were very nice people. And then I met some good people, good students from Kazakhstan as well. I took them to some tour to Berlin, Prague, Vienna. It was a nice trip with Kazakh students. And last year in my university courses, there were some students from Kazakhstan. So it was nice. Yeah.
Okay, dear Mr. Nazif, we are glad to see you as a guest in our online meeting today.
Okay.
I think we will have a very informative meeting between 8th and 11th grade.
Okay. First of all, I must admit that, okay, I am an English lecturer. I started teaching in 1998, so 2 years ago. During these years, I used to teach Cambridge certificate exams in Romania. This first certificate in English, CAE, Certificate of Advanced English, CPE, Certificate of Proficiency in English. And I also used to teach in Tbilisi, Georgia. And also I went back to Istanbul. In Istanbul, I was teaching at a university. And for international exam, Turkey TOEFL exam. TOEFL means test of English as a foreign language. So this was famous in Turkey. And I came to Poland in 2016. And in Poland, I noticed that TOEIC exam, test of English for international communication, is kind of popular. And also IELTS exam is kind of popular. So in this presentation, I'm going to share you some information about these international English examinations, whose scores are valid in all the countries. Okay, first of all, TOEFL, test of English as a foreign language, then IELTS, then TOEIC, then Cambridge certificate exams. I hope it would be as useful as possible. Okay. Okay, let's look at this CEF levels. What is this? The Common European Framework of Reference for Languages. Sometimes it is called as CEF or CEFR. Okay, this was put together by the Council of Europe as a way of standardizing the levels of language exams in different regions. Okay, so in every country there are many exams, but these are international exams. So this is kind of standardization of language exams in different regions, because if you have English exam and if you want to continue to another country, like you want to educate, you want to study in Germany, so they just check your English result by this international exam. So it is valid in every country. And it is widely used internationally, and all important exams are mapped to the CEFR. Okay, there are 6 levels. I guess you know all of them. A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Okay, here, what these levels refer to? A1, that is a breakthrough. It is just the basic starter level. A basic ability to communicate and exchange information in a simple way. For example, where are you from? What do you like doing? How was your weekend like? I mean, some simple questions can be answered. Or, do you know where the post office is? Okay. After that, wastage, A2. An A2 level student can take part in a routine conversation on simple, predictable topics. Okay, like what's the weather like in your country? Describe it. Or if you have a headache, what should you do? Something like this, okay. And B1 threshold, this is intermediate level, and international exam results can be based on this B1 level, because at this level, student can ask to open an account at a bank, provided that the procedure is straightforward. So you can freely communicate. And then B2, many universities can accept you if you want to further your education in a different country. And C1, advanced level, and C2, okay, this is proficiency in English. And if you get this level, you can be a journalist, you can Okay, write for newspapers or magazines, or you can publish your articles. You are like a native speaker, but of course, you can still make some mistakes, but you can scan text for relevant information, grasp main topic of a text, reading almost as quickly as a native speaker. Okay. So, for example, A1 at this level, I can understand and use familiar everyday expressions and very basic phrases aimed at the satisfaction of needs of a concrete type. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I don't know what your level is, but these are the names or scores that you can get from some exams. A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. C2 is proficiency. Okay, let's see this scoring or marking scheme. Okay, this is CEF levels. As I said, basic user, A1, A2, independent user, B1, B2, and proficient user, C1, C2. Okay, A1 and A2 refer to elementary level, and B1, B2, pre-intermediate, intermediate. And in some cases, there is A1 plus, A2 plus, blah, blah, blah. And then B2 upper intermediate level, and then advanced level. Okay, these are four internationally famous or popular exams, Cambridge exams. The first one is CET, Key English Test, and then a preliminary English test, this level, and first certificate in English. So many companies can accept you if you get A or B from this exam, and CAE, Certificate of Advanced English, and Business English Certificate higher. This B means Business English, because it is also under the head of Cambridge exams. If you want to continue your education, CAE is needed. FC is okay, but universities for academic studies, they accept this level. And CPE, Certificate of Proficiency in English, it is a very high level exam. And if you get A from this exam, and if you have enough qualification for teaching, you can be a teacher in almost every part of the world, because it is as high as a native speaker's level. Then TOEFL exam. TOEFL, what is TOEFL? Test of English as a foreign language. IBT means internet-based test, because it is, you take this online, this TOEFL test now, but at the beginning of 2000 and prior to this, there was PBT. P means paper-based test. They were giving you papers, and then you were doing your test according to this paper. But then CBE, computer-based test, then you were taking your exam through a computer, but now IBT, internet-based test. Okay, the maximum score in TOEFL is 120, but okay, they have changed the system, because before they were giving like 680 something, the maximum score, but by internet-based test, they changed the marking scheme as well. So if you want to, okay, if you get 41 to 52, you are pre-intermediate. 53 to 64, correct answer, you are intermediate. And B2 is like passing grade. You can start university with this B2 level. 65 78, but most universities will prefer this over 80. I mean, you must get at least 80 to continue your education. And of course, this is kind of a nice score over 96. It is like proficiency level, so you can go to America. Okay, TOEIC. What is TOEIC for? A test of English for international communication. TOEFL is generally taken by students who want to go to America because this is American-based exam. TOEIC, Australian, UK, and generally if you want to work, many companies accept because international communication. So it is generally for work and job purposes. But I know that many universities in Europe accept the score from TOEIC exam too. If you get 500, you can start university, but you must get 700 from this if you would like to start your faculty, or if you would like to graduate from a university whose language, education language is English. So 700 means C1, advanced level. And it has two different kinds. One is listening and reading. And, there are 100 questions in listening part and 100 questions in reading part. And the other one is speaking and writing section. Universities generally prefer this exam. Why? Because it is a multiple choice test like A, B, C, D. And it is quite easy to take this exam because in 2 hours time, you give your exam and the result will be posted in 2 weeks time. IELTS is another very popular exam. Okay, International English Language Testing System. Okay, this is not American exam, but it is valid everywhere in each country, and it is UK, United Kingdom, England, Australia, Australian-based exam. And it has band, this one, like it starts from 101, and the maximum score 9, band 9. Band 9 over, okay, over 7.5, it is considered proficiency. And if you get 6.5, over 6.5, you are advanced level user. And many universities accept students if they get band 6. And this one, okay, it is, you know English, you can explain yourself, you can convey your ideas, but it is not as efficient as this over 6. So if you want to get a nice band, it must be 6 and over 6. And another kind of table is London levels, because in general ordinary speeches we say elementary level, pre-intermediate A, pre-intermediate B. Okay, A plus. B1 lower intermediate, B1 lower intermediate B, and B plus mid intermediate A, B plus 1 mid intermediate B1, B2 upper intermediate, B2 upper intermediate B, and B plus pre-advanced A, B2 plus pre-advanced B. So C1 advanced A, C2 advanced B, that is C2 is proficiency. Okay. C2 means over 7.5 till 9 band. And in TOEFL, if you get over 102, you will be considered proficiency. Okay, in TOEIC, you must get over 910, and the maximum score is 990. And C1 means 6.5 or 7. In TOEFL, 7.79 to 101, and in TOEIC, over 700 till 910. B2, 5.5 and 6.0. You see. Okay, these are international exams and they are marking criteria. What is TOEFL? Okay, we can continue with TOEFL. Test of English as a foreign language. It is a test conducted by Educational Testing Service, okay, ETS. If you would like to apply for, so you will always see ETS because it is Educational Testing Service. So they will give you this test. They have exam centers in many countries, or in almost every country, we can say. So they conduct this test. A TOEFL score is required by which states? By the United States of America or Canada. If you would like to go to America, you must prefer TOEFL because it is organized by, I think, American. But IELTS, as I said, and Cambridge, they are Australian and UK-based exam. And universities, businesses in other English-speaking countries, UK, Australia, etc., also accept TOEFL score because it is a nice exam. And also in many countries, they accept TOEFL score. Apart from America, let's say, I don't know how it becomes popular in one country. In Romania, for example, these Cambridge certificate exams are more popular. In Turkey, let's say TOEFL exam is popular. In Poland, TOEIC exam is popular. I guess it is because of the teachers there. Because if a teacher markets these exams, and if university says that we accept students through IELTS score, so teachers teach IELTS exam. So it is related to teachers and universities preference. And as you see, more than 10,000 colleges, agencies, other institutions in over 150 countries accept TOEFL score. And okay, this computer-based test, I think they are now obsolete. Obsolete means they are old-fashioned now. We have internet-based test. More than 35 million test takers take this exam. This is a huge amount because many students want to have an internationally certified score so that they can prove to their institutions that they know English. And you can attempt the TOEFL once in 12 days. How many? Okay, when can you take TOEFL exam? You can take it every month. But you have to pay a great sum of money because these exams are quite expensive, I can say, because it changes from country to country, but generally it is about $200. And your TOEFL score is valid for 2 years from the test date. Is that clear? If you get a, let's say, pass grade or a nice grade, we don't say pass grade, you can keep this score only for 2 years. If 2 years is over, then you need to renew your test score. Why only for 2 years? Okay, the situation is like this. Some students, they study a lot, hard. They study very hard, and they learn many things quickly for the exam. Let's say they spare all 2 or 3 months for studying this exam, and they get a very high score. But if they stop learning English, they may forget this English. And that's why they say in 2 years' time, a person can forget what he has learned in a very short time. Okay. Now, what is inside TOEFL? TOEFL has 4 parts: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Okay, listening, it may last 60 minutes or 90 minutes according to the reading passages, because sometimes they add, let's say, 4 text in reading. So if they add 4 text, it means it will take 50 minutes. Then there won't be, more questions in listening. And speaking, there used to be 6 parts, but in recent years they changed, because in 20 minutes you cannot, it was not so efficient to have 6 different parts to talk about. Now there are only 4 parts, which is better. Writing, 50 minutes, you have to write 2 essays. One is integrated task. What is integrated task? You must read a text on computer in 3 minutes. After you read it, you must listen to an audio about the same reading. Generally, it is against the idea presented in the reading text. And when you finish the listening audio, you must integrate the information presented in reading, and sometimes you must correspond it to the information presented in listening. And part 2 is just like an opinion essay. Okay, what are the advantages and disadvantages of studying abroad? Okay, your opinion, which do you prefer, and explain your idea. So it is an opinion essay. Okay, this one, TOEFL scores may be calculated as follows. Okay, reading. Okay, the maximum score is 30 from a section, because reading 30, listening 30, speaking 30, and writing 30. And totally, you can get maximum 120. Okay, if you get 22, okay, that means your level is high. Or if you get just 21, that means you are intermediate level. Okay, in speaking, if you get 18 till 25, that means fair performance. If you get below 16, that is limited performance. So you see, they don't check your grammar, vocabulary in like ordinary English exam. They test your skill, reading skill, listening skill, speaking skill, and writing skill. They don't ask you, okay, the tenses or let's say conjunctions or things, but you must know them. You must know how to use them. And the structure of reading section, 60 or 80 minutes, 55 or 56 questions, 3 or 4 passages. Each passage, I guess, lasts 20 minutes. And each passage has 12 to 14 questions. and you can look at the listening as well. Okay, there will be conversations like dialogue. A student and a professor is talking, and sometimes some lecturers are giving a speech on biology, astronomy, or zoology, or let's say business or economy. It might be, okay, these are quite formal text, I can say. Okay, now I ask you some questions. TOEFL, TOEIC, Cambridge, or IELTS, which test is best for me? Let's say I want to study in a North American university. Which test I should choose?
Yeah, I prefer IELTS test.
TOEFL.
No. You must, let's say, this student says, I want to study in a North American university.
The student have to pass TOEFL.
Yes, because American universities accept TOEFL. But I say, okay, the other exams are valid, but some universities say that, okay, we accept TOEFL, because it is also a business, because these universities encourage students to take TOEFL exam. And it is good money for the exams as well. And another student say, I want to work or study in England, Australia, or New Zealand.
They have
Which
to
one?
pass IELTS. IELTS.
Yes, this
IELTS
is,
here.
yeah, because Australia and the UK countries and New Zealand, and of course, many other countries now accept IELTS. IELTS has become quite popular in recent years. But before 2000, I think it was not so popular. This TOEFL was more popular. And this student say, or this person says, I want to get a job in an international company. Which exam should he or she take? International company? Any answer?
No.
Okay, what was that exam? Test of English for international communication.
CEF.
FCE also, and this exam is also, okay, this is generally preferred. And the origin of this exam is South Korea and China, this part, because it was in, or Japan, I guess, because they want to standardize this English test in their countries, because many people wanted to learn and wanted to work in international companies. So test of English for international communication. And I want to pursue a career in business. Okay, this is like general exam, and it is also TOEIC and Cambridge certificate exams are good, because some say first certificate in English is enough to find a job which requires, which needs you to know English. But some universities accept only A-level. A-level, okay, there are, the pass grade is A-level, B-level, and C-level. D and U means unclassified something, or they are not pass grade. Below 60 is considered failure. Okay, let's skip this part. If you want, okay, if you want to study in the US or Canada, TOEFL, test of English as a foreign language, is the most logical test for you to take. It is recognized as the standard test of English ability by most universities and graduate schools, university schools. Okay.
Okay, understood.
This is, I guess it is clear, right? If you would like
Yes.
to heading to UK and Australia.
Yes, it's clear.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, business, and check your English. If you would like to just check your English, I think Cambridge exams are better than those exams, because if you don't know how to do this academic text or how to work on academic text, your language cannot help you, because writing an academic piece of essay does not necessarily mean that you don't know the language, because writing is a skill. Writing is different than knowing the language. Probably you cannot write good essays in your mother tongue as well, because it is not just related to knowing the language. You must know how to express yourself in written form, how to paragraph your ideas, how to start, how to introduce, how to develop, and how to come to an end at the end. So many people don't know these skills, even though they know the language perfectly. Okay, which should you prefer, IELTS versus TOEFL?
IELTS, because it's more popular in our country and more teachers prefer IELTS.
Okay, it is because of the teachers and because of the institutions. Why do you prefer IELTS? Okay, but
No, I think there are more facts. There are more differences between them. If you pass IELTS, if I'm not mistaken, you can you need to study in America, but if TOEFL in Canada, if I'm not mistaken.
no, I'm not talking about this. Which one?
And
okay, what are the differences?
And the TOEFL is more expensive.
How much more expensive? I don't know, but they are almost similar.
A little bit more expensive.
How much?
A little bit more expensive.
Yeah, generally they are around $250.
It's expensive for Kazakhstan.
I heard that in Bangladesh, for example, $150, but in India, 220. But it changes around $150 to $250. Okay, TOEFL or versus IELTS, which is better? Okay, we cannot say which is better, but it depends. What is your purpose? If you want to go to UK, okay, choose IELTS. If you want to go to America, choose TOEFL. And many accept both exams. If you want to immigrate to the UK, immigrate means if you want to move to UK, Canada, or Australia, IELTS is better. Which do you prefer? Speaking to a person or speaking to a microphone? In TOEFL, there is nobody. You must do the test online on the internet. So in the speaking part, you are talking to microphone or computer. But in IELTS, an examiner means the person who gives you the test, they will talk to you. So it is a person-to-person communication. Some people find it weird to talk to microphone. Okay. And in listening and reading, if you are used to more academic fields, just academic from geography, history, zoology, astronomy, economy, okay, such fields, TOEFL is more suited. But in IELTS, there are more different subjects from media, from, okay, this magazine essay, like essays might appear, not just scientific essays from scientific fields. And in TOEFL, the structure, how the exam is, multiple choice questions, A, B, C, D. In IELTS, one or more word answers sometimes, like fill in the gaps. Okay, you must find just one word to fill the gap. Or also it has multiple choice and sometimes multiple matching. Match group A with group B, something, okay. Here, computer-based and IELTS is paper-based, or sometimes it's called computer-based. And during this pandemic period, I heard that they are giving also online exam. Academic passages with challenging vocabulary and concepts. Okay, in TOEFL, it is academic, because TOEFL exam is generally for academic field, but IELTS not just for study, but also for work purposes. If you want to go to, if you want to work in the UK countries or in Canada or in Australia, they give you, there are two kinds of IELTS. One is academic IELTS, the other is general IELTS, general training. In general training, the subjects are not just academic, but from many layers of life. And here, computer program speaking here, as I said, personal interview. Okay, here are some more details, but I think it is enough. And as I said, IELTS has two kinds: IELTS academic, IELTS general training. As I said, this general training, what's the difference? It measures English language proficiency in a practical, everyday context, not in academic context. The task and text reflect both workplace and social situations. Listening 30 minutes, 4 recorded monologues and conversations. Reading 60 minutes, 3 long reading passages with tasks. Section 1 contains 2 or 3 short factual texts. Section 2 contains 2 short work-related factual tests, and section 3 contains 1 longer text on a topic of general interest. But here there are quite academic and long texts which might be boring and which might take a lot of time to finish. Writing is different because in, let me show you these things probably. Okay, in academic field, they give you a chart or a pie, and you must put this information, what you see in this graph, into Word. Okay, but this is in academic IELTS. Task 1. The chart shows the participation by young people in sports by gender in Great Britain. Okay, gender, male or female, boy or girls. Write a report for a university lecturer describing the information shown. You should write at least 150 words. Okay, we see what's happening here. Football. Okay, girls, red, boys, blue. Okay, then. Cycling, swimming, skating, hiking, tennis. Okay, the chart indicates the number of boys and girls who took part in extracurricular sport in Great Britain in 1999. Okay, the football was easily the most popular sport with boys, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there is another graph like this. Who uses the internet? The topic, the graph shows internet usage in Taiwan by age group. Okay, from 1998 to 2000, summarized information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Okay, this is a sample answer, but they don't give you this answer. So you must look at this graph and you must describe it. Okay, introduction, main body, and then conclusion. Okay. And in TOEFL test, in writing section, task 1, you will see this reading on your screen. And then you will listen to this lecture, but you cannot see the tape script of the lecture. You must take good notes or as much notes as possible, because every idea is sometimes criticized by the lecturer. Or Sometimes the lecturer may support these ideas presented by the writer, or sometimes this lecturer exemplifies, give more details, or goes deeper into the topics discussed here. And then from reading, you take 1 point, and from your notes, you match your notes, and then you must compare or contrast. Let's say the reading and the lecture are both about the collapse of civilization on Easter Island. The author of the reading feels that there are 3 possible explanations for the collapse. The lecturer challenges us the main claims, made by the author. He is of the opinion that these explanations are faulty, not correct. Such things. And in task 2, in both IELTS, TOEFL and Cambridge exams, you must know how to write an opinion essay or a 5-paragraph essay. Introduction, 3 main body, or at least 2 main body paragraphs, and then 1 conclusion. I guess it will become boring to check the kind of types of questions here, as this is just a little presentation about international exams. If you have questions, we can continue, and probably we can look at an IELTS score or TOEFL score. What will they give you? This is a sample TOEFL IBT scale scores. This examinee got totally 113. It is C2 proficiency level, and they show your skill score from reading 27, listening 27, speaking 30, and writing 29. That is excellent. And then they analyze your skills: reading high, listening, blah blah blah, and then speaking good, and writing levels. That's nice. Then these are IELTS. This is the test. This student got B2. His band score 7. From which, listening 7, reading 7, writing 7, and speaking 7.5. All totally makes 7. So this is it. And this is from, TOEIC. Sorry, this is also IELTS, general training. Do you have an IELTS speaking? So, do you have any other questions here? I see a lot of messages, but I didn't have time to.
Yes, I have a question. Have you ever heard about the SIT?
Yes, Scholastic Administration Test. Yeah, I heard about it. But it does not check your just English level. It checks your Scholastic means whether you can do math or you can do other fields. Is that clear?
Yes, clear. Thank you very much.
It is not an English level test only. And also there is GRE exam. GRE. Some universities accept GRE results. Do you have any other questions?
Dear students, all of us have a good opportunity to ask questions and get.
And I have one more question. What is the main advantage of studying abroad?
I ask you this question. Shall I answer, or? In my opinion, it has advantages and disadvantages studying abroad. If you are an adventurous person, it is a good opportunity, because What can, if you have reached, if, okay, if you have enough money and if you can afford it, it is a great opportunity to go abroad. But the disadvantages, it might be very difficult to get residence permit. Residence permit, it means some countries do not give you visa easily. Let's say if you come to, let's say, Poland, it is a European Union country, students get almost 7 months to get their residence permit. And during this time, you cannot leave the country. And yeah, you can learn a different culture and you can learn many new things when you are abroad, and it just not adds to your academic career, but also your social life, because you will have a lot of international friends, friends from Egypt, friends from France, friends from African countries, friends from the Far East countries. They are in an international environment, and these students make the world a better place, and they can have better work opportunities in other countries because you don't depend on a local place, because you are an international person now. If you get enough certification, why don't you go to work in Sri Lanka or in, let's say, in America or Italy? But it is not so easy to tolerate many cultures, because if you are kind of, I know Kazakh friends are kind of, they probably like their own culture, they appreciate their own identity more, and that's quite natural, and I like it. But there might be some negativities as well, because some students don't like other cultures. So there is a lot of racism in this age. Some countries do not like other countries. Is that clear? When you come to Europe, you will understand.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't like people from, let's say, other countries than white Europe.
And in your opinion, what is the best country to study by best price and the best quality?
Okay. It changes from students to student, because if you are really a hardworking student, go to, I mean, I cannot say this country is better than, but you can go to some serious universities, I can say, let's say, because some universities, it is very difficult to enter and it is very difficult to finish. But if you finish, you will be like a golden person in society with this diploma. But there are many universities in every country, in the UK, in the USA. They just need more students, more students, more students, because students need just one certificate. They don't care about the deeper side of education. Just if you pass, your father is expecting you to finish this university, and then you will start working. So for these people, these social universities, you can say, is quite good opportunity. So it is up to your preference, I can say. But if you have the opportunity, go to US, I can say, because England is kind of a small island. Okay, it's popular, but America, it is like a continent with many states.
And what do you think about the Asian part of Asia, like Japan, China, Korea, Australia?
About going to universities there?
Yes.
I don't know much about there, but
about the education in these countries.
I'm sorry, I don't know about those parts of the world, but Japan sounds a nice place. and South Korea also. Okay, that is my.
Thank you very much for the information.
Okay, have you ever taken this test?
No.
Okay, I guess the time is getting over. We have 3 minutes left.
Thank you for the meeting. It was very useful for us.
I hope it has been helpful. I don't know whether students like this kind of presentation.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Goodbye. Good luck.
Bye.
We
Goodbye.
love it.
Thank you for
Goodbye.
this
Okay.
presentation.
Goodbye, Kazakhstan. Wish you a
I
great
got a
day.
take off. I got a take off. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
You're
Thank you, goodbye.
awesome. You're awesome.
day. Have a nice day.
I wish you a great year, and I hope you will go to your dream universities with great English scores. Okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You're awesome. You just great. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You are so polite.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you for
Goodbye. I got to take off. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. How many people are there? Okay.
Thank you for your lecture. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. I wish you a good day or night there. It is late afternoon here and there must be evening time.
No, it's a night.
Yeah, okay. These teachers, will you